We're here today at the site of Templecronan. The site itself consists of a 12th century stone church, a graveyard and two lovely 7th century shrines. Just as you can see, the northeastern boundary wall was just aligned right here, which means that this shrine here was actually outside the boundary to Templecronan Church. The farmer highlighted visitors to the site were climbing over and knocking stones in on top of the shrine. So the farmer wanted the shrine to be reincorporated back into the grounds of Templecronan Church. So he very kindly gave over a portion of his land so that we could take down the stone wall and reposition it around the shrine itself. So this work involved removing the northeastern dry stone boundary wall, and this was done through the burn programme along with consultation with the National Monuments. And what we did is we put together a meta statement and applied for ministerial consent so the works could be done. This was all granted and we were given the go-ahead to do the works, which literally meant that the stone wall would be taken down by hand. The stones would also be checked for any architectural fragments, and all of this would be done under archaeological supervision, which was done through the Field Monument Advisor programme. In consultation with the Burn Bio Trust, we arranged a Burn Conservation Volunteers Day. We had up to about 15 members from that group who came and assisted in taking down the stone wall, and this was all done by hand. This work took a few hours, and I really have to commend the volunteers that day because the work was quite heavy and very laboursome, because some of the stones in the wall were quite large. So it took quite a bit of manpower to move the stones into position in a location that was agreed by the stone wall builder, so that it would assist him in enabling building the new stone wall. As you can see, the wall has been built today and it's now in its new location, which gives enough space around the church and the shrine so that the shrine can actually people can now see the shrine more clearly. The wall itself has been built to a high standard in a traditional style. We did actually uncover a fragment of a quernstone on the day that the BCVs were taking down the wall, and one of the volunteers actually spotted this stone. So as you can see, it's actually a fragment of a quernstone. So just for anybody who doesn't know, a quernstone would have been a large circular stone and it had a hole in the middle, and what it was used for was for grinding down seeds for making corn. And this little hole that you had here, they probably had a stick in it. It would have been used for turning the stone around, and this stone this is the upper part of what would have been a second stone underneath, and what would have happened was they would have put the seeds in the big hole and then turned the grinding stone, and that would have ground the seeds down and made your flour. So as you can see, it was a lovely find that one of the volunteers had spotted. So this project was really important to the future preservation of this shrine, which is now being reincorporated back into the grounds of the church. And now for the first time in a couple of 100 years, this shrine and the church and the second shrine can now all be seen together.